everything that has to do with a purpose of God over a matter, or for a people, for a territory, for a family, has its own exact methodology, has its own exact way out, built into the same. That when God reveals to you that he has a plan, this is what he has in mind for your life, for your family, for the territory that you have been called to as your place of primary assignment, it is important you understand that you don't need to go and bring suggestions of initiatives on how that you want to prevail for God. His arm is sufficient for him. It is beyond the bandwidth of your intellectual strength to feel like you need to help God with innovations that will sponsor the intention of God. So what you need to do is to come and submit and build into the purposes of God, like I said, are the methods that God wants to employ to arrive at his own end. So in the real sense, the end is God, and the means must also be God. So we don't arrive at any end without the calibrated means that God has built into each process for us. So to a man that does not know the mind of God over a matter, so he can step into exactitude as to the methods and the ways that God wants to bring the victory of battle through. I hope you know that warfare now becomes a disadvantage. So you will realize that to a man like David, whenever he steps out, even though sometimes he's just with few men, he is never disadvantaged. So once again, spiritual warfare is not a disadvantage to a believer that can find himself to the heart of God.